We are at Union Station, the Ocala Train Station and Bus Depot. And we're gonna walk around looking for some shots that might be good for reference photos because it's fun.
It is fun.
Here we are.
Oh, sorry. I like the train station.
I have, like, my voice is hardly there.
I know. It's downhill.
All right, so we're gonna walk around, and the sun is low in the sky. It's late on a Sunday afternoon.
About 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Marion County, Florida.
And much of the rest of the United States is under a very heavy snow watch. Not here in Ocala, not yet anyway.
And ice.
And ice.
Very dangerous stuff. Tornadoes, dangerous.
Yeah, so let's turn this around and walk around and see what we can find. Here we go. Come on, do it. Let's turn around. There we go. Back to the sign. And there you can see how low the sun is in the sky. Right over there. All right, so let's just walk around and see what we can see. So I thought the train station was a good place because I haven't painted it yet.
There's our shadows.
There's our shadows. There they are. Hello.
Hey.
So this building over here is actually a restaurant. And it's a very train-themed decor inside because it's right next to the train tracks. And I don't remember it back in the day when I used to pick a friend up. He would come from New York down to Ocala by Amtrak. I wish we could still do that.
Yeah, this used to be a working train station.
Yeah.
It was really nice, and a lot of freights too. And now no more passenger trains for the past few decades. Freights don't stop anymore, but they go through.
They go through. We might see one. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know on a Sunday. I don't know how they work. There used to be in the restaurant some electronic signage that told you where the trains were.
Yeah, it was neat. It was the owners before these owners.
Yeah.
They had it wired. It was so cool.
Yeah. So I'm purposely trying to get the building because I don't know. I might want to paint these buildings. So this is now no longer a train station. It's now the Magnolia Art XChange. And in that building right there, Rob and I painted a naked lady.
Yeah, very tastefully done.
Oh, it was a great experience.
Sure,
Yep.
wonderful.
Yep. And let me show you the building. But this is the old train station. Over there's a what is that, Robin? Like seed?
Seminole feed.
They make seed for farm animals and stuff.
Yeah.
For feed, whatever.
Seminole seed and feed.
And from here, it looks like a big ship.
It does. It's pretty amazing.
Looks like a big ship. Or maybe that's Ocala's Cinderella's castle. That's the castle.
Yeah, and the freights do stop because of that, of the feed place.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Delivering and picking up.
So in here, at the Art XChange, I'm going to let Robin explain it, but from what I understand, you can rent out a small area and make that your
Studio.
studio. Yeah, your art studio.
Or a musician. There's a musician that's rented out space in there too. We saw that day.
Yeah.
He had guitars all over the place.
Yeah. There's the Magnolia Art XChange sign. I thought I want to paint that, but anyway, nice looking building. So let me show you what I mostly remember about the train station is this area right here, because this is where you would meet people getting off the train.
Because the doors you just sold, that's where you go buy your tickets. That used to be the Greyhound terminal, bus terminal, and the train station. And right now buses are here, but it's the local Suntran. It's not a Greyhound anymore.
So, all right, let's go down to the tracks. Have to go around the fence, I guess, to get there.
Yeah, they got it all cordoned off. You can't go anywhere anymore since it's privately owned.
I don't think I've painted a picture of railroad tracks. Be a challenge, right?
Sure. We've walked these tracks a lot, you and I.
Walked these tracks a very lot. Yeah.
When the kids were little, sure.
Yeah. Yep. Not gonna walk that far today, but just enough to get some reference photos. Be nice if a train came by, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. They used to be very consistent, and now they're not as consistent as they used to be. You could set your watch by them. Now it's different.
Yeah. I never set my watch by a train. Did you ever notice this over here, Robin? This crossing gate
Oh no, never did.
right here.
Oh, look at that.
Somebody-
Isn't there something?
Let me show you. Somebody must have put it there
Yeah,
between these bushes.
you saved it.
Yeah. A crossing gate. Isn't that something?
Nice. Been there for a while. Trees are starting to adhere to it.
Yeah. All right, now I gotta be careful I don't trip, because these rocks are heavy-duty rocks. Just look at that. That might be a nice picture. I don't know. The sun is beaming across the building. Boy, I feel like I could sing a Springsteen song right now.
You probably could.
I got Springsteen's voice right now.
Sure. Give it a shot.
Give me one. Give me a song.
I don't know.
Baby, we were born to run.
There you go. Perfect.
Cause guys like us, or freaks like us, baby, we were born to run.
Are those vultures up there?
There are vultures up there. I've seen them before. You've seen them before.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering if they can't make them out real sharp.
There's something about railroad tracks. Why is it romantic, Robin?
I don't know.
Let me get this. See if I can see this. I don't know. It just looks kind of neat. It's not the normal kind of a landscape I like to do, but maybe I'll do it. You never know. There's a hawk up there or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a vulture. That's a vulture.
Yeah.
He's looking at us. He's saying, you fools are on the tracks. You fools are going to be my dinner. All right, let's get off the track.
Are we going to walk?
No, I'm not steady.
Sidewalk over there.
Okay, go ahead.
You're not?
I will go with you, but I don't want to fall.
Okay.
Oh. See? I'm an old man on wobbly feet. Yeah, if a train came by right now, we better run.
Oh, yeah. We have to.
I guess we'll just go to the end of this thing. To the end of the fence. Oh. Okay.
What do you think about painting vultures over railroad tracks unless they're actually shot?
That's true. My answer to your question is you. Who would think of it? You would think of it. I'm still a kid in my heart. I still feel like somebody's going to yell at me, hey, you kids, get off of those tracks. Get away from there, you kids.
Yeah.
Still feel like that. Gonna get yelled at. But this used to be right here. This used to be where you would meet people.
Yeah, really nice ticket booth in there.
Yep.
Everything.
And I think I like the idea that it's now occupied by artists. Look at the table. They got it like set for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, see? Only an artist would think of doing that.
And what's that called now? It's got a special name.
I don't know.
When you do a three-dimensional preview like that in an art show. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got a name. Oh, I almost had it too.
I don't know.
Installation art.
Oh,
Installation art. That's what
okay.
it's called. Yeah.
Oh, I don't see vultures up there. I thought I did.
Okay. It's just black, huh?
Yeah, it must be the lights.
Okay. All right.
But when there's something dead on the track, that's when you see vultures.
I wonder why those two things are upside down out there. I've never seen that before.
No.
Looks permanent though.
Yeah. Robin's talking about those things, the orange color things. Here she goes. She can't stand it. She's got to check it out. It's bigger than it looks when I see you up against it. Now it looks pretty big. Don't open it. I can't believe you were going to open it.
Well, I've never seen them here before.
Yeah, that's why you have to open it.
We know these tracks pretty well.
Yeah.
It said lift here, but it's got a...
But it didn't mean Robin lived here. So, from an art point of view, I want to tell you something. That park right over there is called the Art Walk or something.
Yeah.
That's a nice view too, right there.
On those people that are sitting there, that's a stage.
Yeah, it's a little stage, yeah.
Mini concerts, storytellers, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Hey, let's walk this one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I can't do double. Okay. Got to be single file.
A lot of memories here.
Yeah, a lot of memories here. It goes way back to picking up people, to doing art here and meeting on New Year's Day.
Yeah, meeting here, yeah. The red tablecloth, a bottle of wine, and then...
We could have had the early morning shift or the late night shift.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing in the new year,
Yeah.
we'd hang out over here. Yeah. Remote X crossing 96, it says right there. See that sign? I don't know if you can read it.
I was looking at the ladder up there.
Here's the artsy area.
Yeah.
There's a painting right there somebody did.
Nice. I miss it being a train station. A lot of activity used to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the other side from where we were before.
Yeah.
That's where we were walking before. That's kind of a nice shot too. Right there. There's that light coming through there.
Yeah, that makes it nice.
There's a foosball table over there too. Foosball.
Somebody painted the benches. They took that bench.
Oh yeah. Here's the painted bench. Hello. She's gonna paint.
Yeah, she's folding up her easel.
Yeah. Oh, we're walking around the whole railroad station.
It feels good to get the air in the lungs, you know?
Yeah.
Outside air. Look at all the cigarette butts.
Lots of cigarette butts, yeah. Because to the left of us is old railroad tracks. You can see how worn the ties are.
Yeah.
They really probably wouldn't pass inspection anymore. Because they don't use this track anymore, I don't think. Well, maybe they do for that one little red train.
Yeah.
And then on the right, over here, is where all the buses come.
Yeah.
That's the bus waiting area.
The local buses.
Local city buses. Still have our shadows. Yep.
That one's like the train station.
We took Amtrak one time, more than once. We took Amtrak from Orlando to New York. And then one time we took the auto train from near Orlando in Sanford to just south of Washington, D.C. And the car was on the train.
Yeah.
And then when we got off at D.C., then we got our car and we drove the rest of the way to New Jersey to visit with your son and his family.
And did your plein air painting? You were invited.
We did plein air painting on, what was that called, Long Beach Island?
Yeah, Long Beach Island Art Colony invited you to do plein air painting.
The Art Colony. I like it.
That's the art something.
All right, this is kind of cool. Yeah, let's see if we can get the railroad crossing sign.
Okay.
Sometimes that's a fun picture too.
Yeah.
So as I always say, if you're an artist looking at this video to get reference photos, ideas, and you're worried about the licensing, don't worry. We give you license because it's our video. Mm-hmm. If there's something you like here. All right. Here we go. Not much to look at, but
Sometimes people like to paint industrial, like those buildings and the cars and everything.
yeah.
Somebody dumped a load of gravel there doing things to the tracks.
Yeah. There's a nice big oak tree right there.
That's pretty.
Of course, if you wanted to get a painting of the train station, that doesn't really represent it. There's so many shots in the videos that we've made that I haven't used. I should go back on some of them, and there's a couple of shots I think I should do. Look at that great big palm tree right there. Right there in the middle. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you know that was planted there.
That was there for a while, yeah.
Sure. I like the train station itself because that's just one of the chimneys that are there. And you know when it was first built, what, in the 1800s or before, that
Yeah.
was a source of heat. And
Yeah,
people would gather there, and there's more than one chimney there.
yeah.
Can't see it because of the tree. I love history.
That's a good shot of the building right there.
And when you're talking about the passenger trains and all, that building before it was a restaurant, they had the Ocala Train Model Club come in, and they set up their miniatures there and had working trains on the inside of that building.
I didn't know that.
Yep, I remember that. Well, they had something going on today. I figure with all those other cars that were here,
Yeah.
they were doing some kind of art thing.
Well, like I always say, I won't know if I have anything I want to use till I look at it tomorrow.
There are two more chimneys. And this palm tree and then the big one over there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Animals swimming
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to be our walk for today.
Mm-hmm.
We turn it around and let the sun shine us in the face. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, it feels good.
Here it is. All right, well, there's our video for today.
Yeah.
Well, the first part.
Mm-hmm.
The second part will be me painting something.
Yeah, you'll find something neat.
Don't know what. Thanks for coming along with us.
Yeah, nice day too.
Don't forget we have a Poppa Paints Facebook group if you want to share your artwork on there.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we have? I guess that's it.
Poppa Paints.
All right. See you later. See you in a second. I'll be back to paint. And if you're in Ocala and you want to be part of an art community, look up the Magnolia Art XChange.
Yeah.
It's a really good group of people, talented artists. And you might just enjoy it. And don't worry about your age, because we're older than any of them,
Oh, yeah.
I think. But they're young mostly. So, all right. Time to paint, Robin. Okay, good morning. It's 7 o'clock on Monday morning, January 6th, 2025. I just watched yesterday's video just before starting the painting here. I wanted to remind myself what we said and what we did, or what we saw. And the one thing I think that occurred to me was how relaxing it was to watch that. That was very relaxing. Do you guys find it relaxing to watch the walking part of the videos now that I'm doing them? I really do, and I like, kind of just like the way it feels. Alright, so you know what I picked? I picked the tracks. It's like, well, is that a no-brainer or what? I mean, I could do the buildings anytime, right? Right? So this track goes around, goes right here. Yeah, you have to really kind of sketch this in. You know, the old perspective thing of drawing a vanishing point, it kind of doesn't apply a whole lot when you have curves in the tracks, right? So I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Obviously the surface of the track is going to have to be white or light colored. I hope I can pull this one off. There's the roadway right there. And the other track goes way over this way. So yesterday I had a conversation, aside from the video we did just now, I had a conversation about painting faces, painting portraits. And the reason I had this conversation is because I was in church and I had done a portrait of one of the pastors at the church. Now, I have done portraits. I mean, I was doing exclusively portraits when I was younger. I really enjoy doing landscapes. So, I don't want to make any mistake about it. I really enjoy what I'm doing. But somebody who keeps up with me on Facebook said you should do more portraits and not as much of what you are doing, which is this, which is landscapes. And you know, I was thinking about you guys and how I wondered if you also have that, where you've got, you know, other people telling you what to paint. So this is kind of a little bit of a grievance, but I won't dwell too long on this part of it. But people want what people want. And so ultimately, when I was asked if I would do a portrait, I will tell you this, that very few people will actually pay what a portrait is worth. Very few people will actually pay. They don't grasp how much work goes into a portrait, I'm guessing. So, try to decide how to do this here. So anyway, I just was wondering, I don't really have much commentary other than I've done portraits so much in my past that I feel like I don't need to do any more. I feel like every time I do a portrait, there's only one reason to do a portrait for me anymore at this point in my life. It's because I want to. It's the only reason I do a portrait is because I want to. The portrait I did of the pastor that I just told you about, I did it because I was sitting in church, and he's a young guy, and he had a very regal look about him, wearing his pastorly clothing. I called it his uniform when I told it to him, but I know it's called something else, vestments or something. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, so it's simply that I just want to do it. If I do a portrait, it's because I want to do it, and I've done so many portraits of family members and just people who've touched me in one way or another, and I've never charged anybody for those portraits. Now I'm talking about the full portraits. I don't think I've ever charged anybody, but I also don't think I'm that great at it. You know, this is another thing too. I'm not that great at it. I'm good at it, you know, but there are some portrait artists who are very super good at it. So that's what I said to the lady who was basically trying to persuade me to do a portrait of her friend's daughter. That's what it comes down to. I was basically trying to defend myself as far as saying no. It's hard to say no, you know. But I basically said, you know, I've done portraits all my life. I don't really want to do portraits. However, there are people who do them. That's why I said to her, there's probably somebody out there who would love to do a portrait of your friend's daughter. So, and good luck finding somebody who's got the price you're hoping to hear. Plus, hey, can I tell you something? In today's world, we have cameras. You know, I know that's not a fair thing to say, is it? Because paintings look so different than in photographs. But hey, if you want an artistic looking portrait, I mean, there's so many people who do it. So I don't think I have to feel guilty about not doing the portrait. All right, that's enough of that. I told you I wouldn't dwell on it. The other thing I did want to talk about is the stress of life and how the art can be an anti-stress, what do you call it, therapy? I think this comes across a lot sooner here. Yeah, I think the painting is an anti-stress therapy. Oh, now if you're doing portraits, I'm sorry, I went back there. Portraits can be very stressful because you got to get every shadow correct, everything correct. Otherwise, it's not going to look like the person. Yep. All right, enough of that. But getting back to the anti-stress thing, I love that part of this conversation because just watching the video of Robin and I walking, to me, was very anti-stressful. It was doing a good job of, not that I'm a stressful guy by nature. In fact, I'm probably one of the least stressful guys. But, okay, let's see here. All these little white lines, and there's the road right there. This is almost a monotone looking thing, isn't it? See your curves around there. It goes way that way. So I really curved it too soon. It's got to be over here. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. What I can do to fix that is establish the background a little bit more. Let's put a little bit of blue into that sky. Yeah, just get that blue sky there. Yeah. I started curving the tracks way too soon. or way too late. So let me fix that. The beauty of gouache is you can fix it. Now the other solution would have been to sketch it out with a pencil, right? Put a little bit of orange in this guy, I think. Do you hear the birds outside? Okay, let's see now here. And then this all curves in once it gets past that road, it really curves soon. So let me go ahead and add what I think. I think it's curving right about there. I've taken a couple of train rides, as I mentioned in the video with Robin. But when I say a couple of train rides, I mean like an Amtrak ride. I can't even tell you how many train rides I used to take as a kid, because I lived outside of New York City. So of course you take the train everywhere in New York. You don't even think of it as a train. It's how you get from point A to point B. It is a train, obviously, but all right, let's see now. This is actually thinner here. This tapers down way sooner than I gave it credit for. And then it curves very soon here. It's very thin. And then this comes here. Yeah, wow. I messed up in the beginning. I didn't do it right. So all of these curves here. This one curves like this and goes this way. All these curves. This is almost like a monotone picture. And then there was a building over here. There's a building right there. I'll try to edit that out. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that out. Yeah, there's that building right there. It's doing what watercolor does now. I gotta. Alright, so here's the tracks now. I hear the train coming. It's coming down the track. Now this goes more this way, I think. Yeah. Okay. This is very thin here. Very thin here. Yeah, I'll probably have to readjust that with the white paint. Pretty sure. So I'll go ahead and use as much dark as I can. And the dark I'm using is Payne's Gray. Might need to get some out of the tube again. Yeah. To get this all looking like it looks in the picture. Because there's something romantic about it, something that intrigues all of us, I think. Something about railroad tracks. I don't know. I mean, there were so many other choices with this video that I could have used. See, it comes down this way. Then it goes across there. And then it makes a very sharp turn. Right there. All these are coming around this way, all the way over to here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be an opportunity for me to use the gouache straight out of the tube to create that look. Okay. And the tracks over here. here. Tracks are here. And of course, we got all these railroad ties here. I'll just kind of hint them in here. I'll worry about detailing them in a little bit. And then over here. All that stuff comes away very soon. So it goes here. And this comes way over here. And that goes way over there. I think sitting there and doing this live, like plein air, would have been nerve-wracking because you don't know how often the train comes by. The trains do go by. I've seen trains on this track a lot not recently, but like in the last couple months, I guess. I don't go down this road very often. But yeah, they still use these tracks. Alright, let's see, we want that there. And we want that road a little bit darker than it is. If that art exchange is an interesting concept. It's kind of like, that business model that was started called WeWork. I know it failed. I know the guy who founded it was, I don't know, he made some mistakes. I don't really know what happened there. But I like the idea, the concept of, instead of having to rent out a whole building, especially as for artists or small businesses, you share space. And there was a company, I don't know if they still exist, but it was called WeWork, and shared office space, paying partial rent while other people pay the other part of the rent. And so you share the rent. It's what the Magnolia Art XChange is basically. And so it gives you a place to have a studio without having to spend a whole lot of money on a building, or a whole loft. I know when I was younger, artists in New York that I knew would rent out lofts, and those were really popular because they were cheap, like in Greenwich Village and stuff. But now everything's expensive in New York. So to have a shared office space is a good idea, I think. Oh, this is just a lot of dark paint, isn't it? Just a lot of dark paint here. There's going to be a lot of light lines. I think I'm setting it up so I could do the light lines on top of the dark paint. Keeping it gray, keeping it inconsistent, very gravelly. I wasn't faking it yesterday when I slipped accidentally, by the way. I wasn't trying to be silly. I really did slip. The rocks are bigger than they look in the picture. And I know that I need to do something about my... Well, see, I am doing something about my walking. I am walking. That's the thing. I am walking. So I think walking is helping me walk. I've spent a long time just sitting here, not walking. So now that I'm kind of doing these little videos with Robin, it helps get me out of the house, helps me walk. I think I'm noticing it in a couple different areas of my life. So, for what it's worth. And if you are young and an artist and you do have a place in your community where there's a shared loft space or a shared studio space, I would definitely take advantage of that. You'll have a space for your art, but you'll also have other artists. Artists tend to be hermits, tend to be alone, and so you're with other people who are kind of like you, and they will be alone with you. and then before you know it, you're not alone. Before you know it, you've got friends and you've got other people, and it's just, I don't know, I think it's a good idea. All right, I'm starting to see what I want to see here. I think you don't have to paint every single railroad tie, just give the illusion of the railroad ties. I think that's the secret to almost all art, is to create the illusion. All right, let's do some of the other straight lines, the other vertical lines in the background. All right, let's get some out of the tube. I guess some pure white and then some Payne's gray. And it's kind of a black and white picture, isn't it? It's kind of a two-tone picture. Monotone, two-tone. Alright, let's see how I can do now with this. Alright, I've kind of established now. This track is here. It doesn't curve much. Just a little tiny curve. And a tiny slight bit wider at the bottom. Goes off that way. Here we go. And then we have a lot of areas. These little connectors here. They're all lit. They're all white. this over here. This little train comes across here. These little lines over here. It's amazing how they can engineer all these tracks to accommodate the different directions that the train needs to go, and It's just incredible to me. How they built it and how they planned it. It's just the hard labor of doing it, but also the amount of time it took to think it through, you know. Let me see if I can mix the little bit of that Payne's gray with the white. Get some light. Some white or lighter tones back here for some of these things that are back here. There's some things in the background that just, I know there's a bridge back there and this car is going over the bridge, but I don't necessarily need to represent that. But I think I need some gray or light Payne's gray. I think throughout the track here. Some things in the shadows here. I think I'm going to call it done. I think that represents our walk down by the railroad station. There we go. Walking down the tracks. Alright, well thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time with the painting and with the first part of the video. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.